very good evening. Welcome to BCN News. Telecom Niue is yet to determine the costing of the faster internet connectivity once the Manatoa cable is installed. The fiber optic submarine cable is expected on the island in November this year. The total cost of Niue's installation is $7 million, funded by the New Zealand government.
As you are well aware, that the excavation works up at the site in Namui is already begun by our contractor, Doug the Builder. That has been forecasted to be completed by late September to October. There will be some work also alongside the track heading up to the mast location up at Namui, where we will be trenching also for the fiber land cable to connect to the sea cable that will be coming in November.
The Manatoa cable is a cable project with 4 countries, Samoa, Cook Islands, French Polynesia and Niue, and connects the 4 islands together with fiber optic submarine cable. It will transform the connectivity, particularly for Niue and the Cook Islands, who have previously had to rely on satellite.
All the people mostly rely on online and internet services. So once this cable comes in, we're expecting very fast internet speeds, and we're expecting a lot of developments for our businesses here on the island, for the education, health, even for the people here on island. So it really is, we're expecting faster internet speeds. The cost for the consumers at the moment, I am not in a position to say how much it costs, but it has been discussed between our management and in telecom. So we'll just have to wait for the cable to land here and all the commercials have been done, and then we'll let the consumers know how much it will cost.
A humanitarian and response team from New Zealand is on the island on a 4-day visit. The team is led by Nikki Stilwell of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Humanitarian and Disaster Management Division. She spoke to BCN News reporter Esther Pavihi about their mission to Niue.
The New Zealand Humanitarian and Response Mission also includes representatives from the Ministry of Health, the New Zealand Defence Force, Fire and Emergency New Zealand and Consular and Humanitarian team. I asked Nikki Stilwell about some of the challenges they had identified here. Ian Duncan of Fire.
I think definitely telecommunications and also access, particularly if we were to support a response with naval capabilities or similar. Getting into the port is one of the things that we've been looking at and talking with challenges. And I think the other thing is, Niue has a lot of experienced people, but, I guess a small population, so that many people wear a lot of different hats and have a lot of different roles during a disaster, so they would need probably that extra capability and support for a really big event.
And Emergency New Zealand spoke about his role in the team and what he thinks of the Fire and Rescue Department here in Niue. Colonel Andy Shaw of the New Zealand.
It was very interesting to speak to our counterparts in Fire. They're a very small team who do a lot, as Nikki says. They wear a lot of different hats, looking after the airport and putting out any other fires, whether it's in somebody's house or in the bush. But it's always going to be a stretch when you've got 9 people covering a whole island. They've got procedures in place and they've got the equipment that enable them to do the best job with what they've got. When there's a disaster, we're looking to supplement what they can do. We're not going to come and we're not going to take over. We would say we can come and help. These are some of the things that we can do to help. How would you like us to help you?
Defence Force tells us some of the key points that he picked up on this trip. The New Zealand Humanitarian and Response Team to Niue will...
My first takeaway is it's been a fantastic visit and wonderful to actually visit Niue and its fabulous people. It's been really very, very special. I think the second piece would be around the criticality of the entry points into Niue, the airport and port especially, because they are what enable us to get the support into the nation if required.
For our delegation, there were 9 of us, and we were all here for the first time, and I hope that the next time we come back it says tourists and visitors, not during a humanitarian response.
We'll be leaving the island tomorrow. This is Esther Pavihi for BCN News.
53 entries have been received for the upcoming Business Awards. Niue Chamber of Commerce Business Development Manager Ray Finlay says this is a great response and she is impressed with the caliber of entries this year. The Business Awards will be a black and white affair and will be held on Saturday, the 27th of this month at the scenic Matavai Resort.
The calibre of entries is excellent this year. We're really very impressed with what the entrants have put together, and it's an opportunity. They've won, of course, the winners in each category win a monetary prize and also the John Pule Trophy. So it's a great opportunity for the private sector just to come together as well and celebrate as a collective of what we've achieved over the last 2 years.
Staff members of the Ministry of Social Services and Natural Resources participated in a human resource management workshop training this week. The training was conducted by USP's MBA lecturer Dr. Sunia Vosikata, who spoke to our reporter Fefe Rex about the workshop.
Dr. Vosikata says job analysis is the heart of human resources management and was more than happy to assist upon the request of Director for Social Services, Galen Tasmania, to host the workshop for their sector. He shared his expectations of what he hoped each participant would walk away with following the sessions.
What I want them to take away are these the hands-on knowledge of the application of human resource management. See, like I've said, how to design advertisement, how to design resume screening, how to design an interview process, all those kind of things, or even how to design job analysis, because job analysis is the heart of HRM, and things like pay, how to design performance appraisal construct.
Tasmania said it was a great opportunity not to be missed by members within her ministry who capitalised on the resourcefulness of human resources management from expert Dr. Sunia before he leaves the country for a break from his lectures next week. Interest generated from the Ministry of Natural Resources allowed their public servants to also take advantage by participating in the workshops. In addition to job analysis, Dr. Vosikata acknowledged the labour shortage issue in Niue and highlighted human resource planning in the workshops, as with interview techniques, screening resumes, as well as identifying your customers.
We looked at HR planning. For example, in Niue here, there's an issue of shortage. So if you've correctly forecast the shortage, then you can develop the strategy to manage the shortage or the pressure points. So this will be covered. We sort of covered realistic issues around what's happening in Niue to make it a better Niue or robust Niue with a good governance system and an economy.
It's also important, he noted, to recognise the training needs and covered how to approach donor funding for this.
We train because we lack knowledge, skills and abilities. So we were discussing that instead of receiving aid donor for training, we have to propose to the donor our training needs.
The workshop was held on Tuesday and Wednesday this week. Fefe Rex, BCN News.
And the USP MBA lecturer has great aspirations for a second cohort of postgraduate certificate students in human resource management for Niue, envisioning the potential for a milestone graduation here on the island. Encouraged by the workshop yesterday and the potential enrollment from those at the workshop, he spoke of his passion to increase competency levels right across Niue, influencing greater hunger for education by all members of Niue society.
The first cohort is now going. They'll complete next month. So this cohort will come in, that's the proposal. If you can bring it in by late November, early December, so by next year, they should be on par with the other one. They can join together maybe in a postgraduate diploma or the MBA. So you're making the graduate number in Niue to go above 40. Why I'm saying that, because this is a milestone for the nation, and then that number will certainly have the graduation over here. And I think it's going to be the biggest celebrations. And because of the milestone the countries ever had. And I think the country anyway, you just need to upgrade the competency. It's what we are doing. So I am from the USP, from the Graduate School of Business. So we are here actually to upgrade this. There are lots of talents around. So we just came to organize it, control it, we plan it, then we lead it with the courses, and hopefully the students will come along.
When speaking to his students enrolled in the first cohort, he advised them that once they graduate with the MBA, it's not the end for them, but the beginning of greater opportunities. And that's your BCN News for tonight. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.